Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to talk about a quest. A quest to kill Fatshark. A lot of companies have tried it and none have come close to doing it until today. I have the Skyzone Sky03O FPV goggles. These are Skyzone's third generation with OLED screens inside of them. It comes in 8 different colors and the OLEDs in these goggles are really good. But the real question is are they better than this? This has been the king of the heap for a while. This is the Fatshark HDOs with the rapid-fire module. Most people say that this is as good as it gets, and we're not talking about the DJI system. But how do these stack up compared to this? Well, I'll show some video a little bit later on, but I want to talk about some of the features of the Sky03Os. So let's get the basics out of the way first. You know, the box comes with a box, comes with the goggles, comes with a head tracker cable, which is nice because the head tracker is already built into this. No need to buy anything extra if you want to utilize a head tracker. It does come with a AV in-out cable. It comes with a power cable. So this is designed to put a LiPo in your pocket. This will go up to 6S. It does come with a wide-ish headband strap, or head strap. It's about 1.5 inches or I don't know, 40 millimeters for the rest of the world. Which compared to the O2X, this has the traditional skinny headband strap, like what would come with the Fatshark. These are about 1 inch. I also have a much fatter strap on my Fatsharks. This is about 2 inches. I find this is a little too wide. This is pretty much perfect, and this is tolerable, but a little on the skinny side. And it also does come with 2 craptastic dipole antennas. These things are pretty much useless. Don't even use them. So these clock in at about $440, and they're kind of on the expensive side as far as FPV goggles go. But when you compare it to about $600 for Fatsharks with the Fatshark HDOs with the rapid-fire module, and I'm not including antennas. So yeah, no antennas, $600 versus $437. That is a huge difference. That's a lot of LiPos and props and parts that you can buy. Some of the things that I've found, I'm just talking about the physical appearance of these. I really like the colored cases. It's something different than just, you know, the standard Fatshark. But every single product picture I've seen, you notice this little blemish right here. And let me bring it up to the camera so you can see this. Look at how the case is expanded out. And every single product review and product picture I've seen shows the same blemish. So after this initial review, I'm going to rip these down and figure out what the heck's going on right there. Is this a molding issue or what? A few other little things that I've noticed is the reception is not as good as the rapid fire. I don't care what anybody else says. I'll prove that here in a minute. It's good. It's really good, but it's not the same. The rapid fire is better. Another issue that I found that when you power them on, which by the way, team power button, good idea. It really works well. Once you power on, you can switch between band and channel really quick and easy. Once you get on a band and channel and you sit there for maybe 10 seconds, I can't change band or channel anymore until I power off the goggles and power them back on. Real strange things there. The band scanner works really good. It works great. The DVR is really nice. I'd say it's on par, if not just a little bit better than the DVR in the Fatsharks. It does have the front-facing camera, which is kind of a weird gimmicky thing, but I don't know. It's kind of, yeah, it's there. You know, it's to note. It's there. Your SD card goes in the bottom. You've got a USB port, HDMI in, AV out, headphone, head tracker. Like I said, the head tracker is already built into this. Your DC in jack is on the underside, and if you aren't a fan of running your LiPo in your pocket, it becomes a bit difficult to connect underneath. Just the, I don't know, it seems like the battery packs aren't really designed to go underneath like that. And even if you go from the top, and by the way, this is the Fatshark 18650K, so it's a bit on the big side. I guess that's not too bad. Actually, so that's how you would run it if you want to run a LiPo on the head strap. And for the longest time, I thought, man, I hate running a LiPo on the side of my head. I'm going to do the LiPo in the pocket thing, but after doing it for a while, I've gone back to run a LiPo on the side of the head strap. I cannot count how many times I've snagged the cord, pulled the LiPo out of my pocket and dropped it and pulled the goggles down. It's just nice to be able to take the goggles off, set them down, and walk away and not have to like unconnect yourself from them. The goggles do come with two faceplates, depending on your face shape. There's a wide and a narrow. I picked the wide to fit my face, and these fit really good. These fit almost exactly like my HDOs do. I do get a little bit of light leak through the top here, but then again, that's light leakage is kind of different from person to person. The 030s do come with these diopter inserts. There's no value, no magnification value to these. They're just a clear piece of plastic to protect the optics. So this is that's a really good idea, and I kind of wish Fatshark would come with those. I really like that. The fan is way overkill. It's way more powerful than it needs to be. It comes set at, I don't know, like 6 or 8, and it works great. These things don't fog up at all, and if you turn them on after they fogged up, it defogs them really quick. You cannot change the internal module on this for the video receiver. I'm sure you could hack and slash this thing apart and wire in a different receiver module like the rapidfire, but I have a feeling if you're buying these, that's not something you're looking to do. There is a RGB LED strip inside of here, just for why not, just for grins. The fit on these is impeccable. It is very, very much like the Fatsharks. I had the O2Xs. These two goggles fit entirely different from each other. If you've tried these and didn't like the way they fit, don't assume that these don't fit well. Completely different fit. And if you look, you can tell just by looking at how the cutout is for the nose is a much deeper, drawn out nose section than this one. This one does ride pretty hard on my nose. This one feels very, very much like the Fatshark as far as the fit goes. The screens are a kind of a 4x3 format. So we'll head over and I'll show you what the inside of the goggle video looks like. I recorded both this goggle and my HDOs at the exact same time, both with GoPro Hero Session 5s, lined up as best I could with the left-hand optic, and I set all the camera settings to be exactly the same, so what you see is pretty reminiscent of what you will see in the goggles. So what you're seeing here is pretty darn accurate of what you see inside the goggles themselves. On the left, I have the Skyzone 030s, and on the right are my Fatshark HDOs with the rapidfire module. Both are sitting right next to each other up by my garage with a GoPro Hero 5 session in the left-hand screen of both sets of goggles. All the settings are set exactly the same across the board. I have the same antenna setup on both sets of goggles. As far as the Omni goes, the HDOs have 2 Omnis, the Skyzones have an Omni and a patch. Since it doesn't do sync pulse reconstruction, an Omni and a patch is ideal for these goggles. Please don't judge my flying. I'm working with a quad that flies awful, that I'm in the middle of tuning. It's got a 4.3 camera, and I'm actually looking through a set of 16:9 goggles when I'm flying it, so things are a little distorted for me. I'm not sitting where the goggles are. I'm sitting out in the field, so I have clear video. But this will give you an idea of how good the the reception is on both sets of goggles. One thing to note on the Skyzones is look at the distortion at the top and the sides of the screens. That kind of concave image is exactly what you see. Whereas the Fatsharks are extremely sharp and very squared off. And this isn't just part of the optics, or this isn't like the lenses or lens distortion. This is like the optics themselves. And partway through it, Skyzones just shut off. I don't know that this has happened because I'm using a different set of goggles than both of these two. Yeah, so when I got back, I started really looking into why they just shut off, and I found out in one of the menus that there's something called an OLED timer. And since these have a head tracker built into them, if they don't detect any movement in 3 minutes, is what the default was, it turns the OLEDs off. And as soon as you move the headset again, it turns right back on. Yeah, it's a really kind of a neat feature, but really throw you for a loop if you didn't know it was there. But here I'm just hand carrying the goggles back. Take a really good look at the trees. You see the Skyzone 03s are really, really crisp and sharp, whereas HDOs are kind of muted and muddy. And I don't think the optics are any better on the Skyzones, but the Skyzones give you more options for adjusting the picture quality and picture settings. The Fatsharks only give you an option to adjust the contrast and brightness, whereas the Skyzones, you have sharpness, contrast, brightness, hue, tint. You have all these other options to fine-tune the image where you don't have that on the Fatsharks. And I think that is a major factor of the difference in the picture quality you get between the two goggles. So with that, I don't think the optics are any better in the Skyzones. I just think that you have more control over the image processing. So yeah, that's what the video looks like inside the goggles themselves. The DVR, it's DVR. It all looks pretty much the same. It does tend to not drop the frames like the Fatsharks do, so it's really hard to sync up the two videos. I tried, and I'm not going to do it. The DVR's DVR. It works. We'll just put it that way. You know, what do I think about these? For the price, oh my God, these things are incredible. I don't think the optics are any better than the Fatsharks. I think they just give you more control over the image processing. That's why I do think these look better. There's a little bit of distortion in there, but you know, we are talking about a $440 set of goggles versus like a $600 setup for HDOs with rapidfire. The reception, HDOs are definitely better with the rapidfire, whereas these are still really good, but they are not as good as HDOs with rapidfire. I know it seemed like I'm being kind of hard on these, but I've seen nothing but just outrageous glowing reviews saying these are Fatshark killers and the game's changed. Like, no, these are really good competitors. For the money, yeah, I think they're better than HDOs. But if you've got the financial means to buy HDOs with rapidfire, do that. They are better. They are just better goggles. If you don't have that kind of money, but you have enough to buy these and not the HDOs, get these. You will not be disappointed. There are some firmware updates out there for the DVR and the operating system inside of this. That'll be a whole separate video. Hopefully that addresses some of the weird little issues I've had. I'll definitely hit up Skyzone and ask them, you know, what's up, why I'm getting this experience that I am. They are new goggles. It is a new system. There might be bugs out there. Fatsharks are a tried and true tested design. They just plain work. Also, I've always heard their customer service is great for Fatsharks. Never had to use them. I don't know about Skyzone. Again, I've never had to contact either company. But with that said, these are really good. You would not be disappointed. If you like what I'm doing here, like, subscribe. These were sent to me by Banggood for review. Please, if you're interested in this, click that product link down in the description, and like, subscribe, click that bell icon if you want to be notified when I upload new videos. Coming up next after this, I'm going to tear these things down. I want to figure out what the heck is with this weird little flap of plastic here. I mean, if you look in there, you can kind of see the clip inside of there, but that remains to be seen. Oh, sorry, one more thing. When you change the diopters, when you move the IPD in, the screen tends to tilt left and right. It doesn't stay up and down as you go left and right. Just little things. Sorry, I meant to throw that in there, but I forgot. All right, guys, I really appreciate you stopping by. I really appreciate you watching this, and if you click that link down below, please. It really helps me out, helps the channel out, and helps me bring you cool new stuff when it comes out. All right, guys, thanks for stopping by, and as always, I will see you next time.